artificial intelligence is an endlessly exciting and advancing field, and at the 2019 Game Developers Conference this March, you will have unique opportunities to study how AI is being used to push all sorts of boundaries in game design. Notably, the GDC 2019 AI Summit is jam-packed with intriguing and in-depth sessions which offer you an inside look at key architectures and issues within successful games. Join top game AI programmers for panels and lectures, in addition to conversations, debates, and rants on how game AI can move forward. While the summit is targeted to programmers who want in-depth discussions, anyone interested in what AI can offer the next generation of games will gain invaluable perspective and insight. There are also loads of interesting AI-focused talks outside the summit that you will not want to miss. For example, in Battlefield V, AI Dialogue with Simon Lindskog and Justin Langley will cover the ideas and philosophies behind creating believable AI dialogue in a BATTLE set in World War II, as well as the process from recording to mastered content in Frostbite. Making your AI characters sound believable and authentic is no mean feat, and together Langley and Lindskog will walk you through the implementation process, starting from the results of Battlefield 1 to a more evolved, flexible and easier system. This session will share a creative approach that combines both audio and programming skills, stretching the boundaries of Frostbite to support the creative design for the dialogue, and in enhanced immersivity, using speech recognition for more natural player-AI interactions. You will get fresh insight into how complementary AI tech can help your games feel more real and alive. In this talk, Square Enix AI engineer Gautier Boda will show you how to build a speech recognition pipeline to promote further interactivity between the user and the agents. You will learn to make a voice recognition system which supports multiple languages, while allowing a large variety of phrasing. You will also learn some methods to improve spatial representation-based interactions. While the original application is far wider, it can be applied to any game where there is a need for more immersive and interactive AI agents. Plus, Square Enix AI engineer Kazuko Mana will be delivering an exciting talk at GDC 2019 all about balancing nightmares, an AI approach to balance games with overwhelming amounts of data, in which she will discuss a method that allowed Square Enix to balance a game with more than 10 to the power of 100 choices of equipment items for battles. Manabe will speak in detail about a genetic algorithm with a specific game design that helped her team detect combinations that break game balance. In addition, she will present a data visualization method to find significant data from a large amount of log data that are outputs. She will also explain a method to solve a problem that only appears in player versus player, making comparisons to previous research about player versus environment that should help illuminate the subject for game makers at large. Finally, catch Ubisoft Club Building Sam, the first type chatbot for gamers, to get an inside look at the 9 months of development that went into Ubisoft's C chatbot Sam, from the early prototype to the worldwide release of the beta version, and the collaboration with game teams like Rainbow Six Siege and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Ubisoft's Charles Hute will share key lessons from the development team and the discoveries that were made from building an assistant AI, which is radically different from traditional home assistants like Siri or Amazon's Alexa. It will also explore the future of the project and how an open dev philosophy brings community and users at the center of major development decisions. Further details on these talks and many more are available now on GDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your GD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to GD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Escape from Dark of developer Battlestate Games has issued 47 DMCA claims against YouTuber Erratic, overspreading incorrect information, and expressing overall negativity about their game. This is not the first time DMCA notices have been used as a way for developers to remove content that express a particular view. With FIRAWATSHDEVELOPACAMPO issuing a takedown last year, albeit under different circumstances. This is pretty notable, as it seems most DMCA notices usually revolve around piracy, copyright, or unfair use of content for monetization, not over false information. As reported by Polygon, Battlestate Games claims they had no other choice but to file a takedown against Erratic for reportedly uploading inaccurate video, claiming that user information, including passwords and personal information, had been leaked from the company databases. The studio claimed the misinformation was damaging to the company. The reason why we acted so strong and so quick is that we had to stop this misinformation about the data leak. A representative of Battlestate's public relations team told Polygon the videos are no longer available on YouTube following the claims. Andrew Opticus since stated explaining that at least 47 of his videos have DMCA claims against them. Battlestate claims they were justified in filing all these claims because of negative hype being expressed in the videos. However, it's worth noting that BATTLASTATEKNEW only 2 of Erratic's videos contained rumors of a security breach. The other 40+ videos it filed DMCA claims against were pulled because of their tone. We had to use this tool in order to stop the wave of misinformation. Going forward, rather than issuing DMCA claims in the future, the Battlestate representative said they will employ more traditional lawsuits for things like defamation instead. It's not about making content, they continued. It's about false accusations. It's about lies. It's about misinformation. We do not want to scare off anybody. It was applied to only this person, and only in this case. The full article with screenshots was originally posted on the game design blog Significant Bits. Unfortunately, Gamasutra no longer allows hot linking of non-HTTPS images, so only the charts are included here. Having grown up with JAX, it's somewhat surprising how rarely I play them these days. That desire for a wondrous epic is still there, but pursuing new titles usually results in a feeling of slogging through manufactured bloat. The introductory segments are often filled with painfully gated progression, over-enthusiastic tutorials, and a juvenile narrative. In the limited instances where the opening is great, the overall game loop tends to splinter out into protracted tedium. In either case, I quickly lose interest. This general reaction to modern jerks must have a lot to do with growing up and having less free time, a lower tolerance for anime tropes, and no emotional attachment to the new series. but has not the genre improved overall? Were not the older games just grindfests burdened with copious amounts of random battles? To help answer that question, I thought it would be interesting to quantify some of the less subjective elements of GDC, starting with the fourth generation of consoles. My approach was to replay the first 2 hours of the more renowned GDC, released in North America, and measure the amount of time it took to reach various gameplay milestones in each one. To avoid the more contentious titles occasionally placed under the GDC umbrella, I only included games with multiple controllable party members, a turn-based battle system, and a character-driven narrative. Despite having played many of these games in the past, I only had a vague recollection of most, and attempted to emulate a first-time completionist experience.